several months, you've seen me angry. No, you've seen me mad. In the last couple weeks, I've been calm because we are winning the war against the oil that has been attacking our shorelines. Because us getting mad, the governor, the parish presidents, we finally got them around the table. We're finally deploying our fishermen, and we're finally winning the war against the oil that is coming ashore. It's not over, but we're going to win it. Now let's talk about the moratorium. Look the word up in the dictionary. Embargo, ban, prohibit, postpone, halt, freeze. I say stand still. Do nothing. Remember, Mr. President, we are at war. You don't stand still. None of these words correspond with the United States I know, or I thought I knew. Throughout the world, Louisianans are people known as inventors, entrepreneurs, fun-loving people who work hard, survivors. No job too big, no challenge too great. But our people, our skills are in a stranglehold because of the government and one foreign company. We can't allow this to happen. A complete standstill, Mr. President. We won't stand for it. As fishermen, our people are the most adversely affected in this catastrophe. Should this moratorium be in place, yet brothers, sons, families that have been affected by having their nets out the water are now affected by the moratorium. The numbers are staggering. 42,000 wells drilled, 73,000 miles of pipeline, 100 years of oil service to this great country. It's a tremendous legacy that we're about to lose. We will not let it happen. It is unfortunate and a horrible tragedy, and 11 men lost their lives. It's family to us in the oil field. It was an accident. Someone should be held responsible. Someone should pay. But it shouldn't be all of Louisiana that should pay. This accident has grown to an economic disaster of the highest proportion. LSU says in the first 6 months, it could cost 8,200 jobs, $2 billion to the economy, $98 million in state and local taxes. Nationwide, 12,000 jobs at a time we need more jobs more than ever. $3 billion in economic activity. This is unacceptable. At a time when we're knocked down, to get knocked down again by our federal government is totally unacceptable, and once again, we will not stand for it. You know, I've been asked many times, is the fish safe to eat? Is it safe to eat the seafood? Is it safe to drill? And the answer to these are yes. Yes, it is safe. Mr. President, I've heard you say many times, yes, we can. We need to hear one more time, yes, we can. You know, common sense is what we asked for. The attention we've gotten for the sandworms, fighting with BP, the federal government, the environmentalists, the governor side by side with the other leaders, we showed them it'll work. It took a while. Had we started in the beginning, we would have been so much more of our marshlands would have been protected. Over 6,000 acres in my parish alone has oil in the marshland. A lot of that would have been protected if they would only listen. We know what we're talking about. We're not going to put anything out there that is unsafe because we pay the price first. We in Louisiana. So don't make us wait and beat on you for 6 months. put us back to work tomorrow. You know, talking about the berms and the barrier islands, we signed a deal in Vicksburg with the Corps to put this plan together over the last 3.5 years. I wish I could say it was my plan, but it came from old-timers, people like you, that said those barrier islands are what we need. I was just a messenger. But Vicksburg said, if those islands built the way they're planned were in place before Katrina, New Orleans wouldn't have got water. Now this is the Corps of Engineers, yet we continue to get a fight. When is the federal government going to listen to the people that know best about drilling, about building barrier islands, and get out of our way? Well, common sense. You know, some people call it Cajunity. It's alive and well. From down in Venice, people like you came up with a real simple plan. Many of you that work in the oil field know there's been many battles offshore. The driller and the company man. What are we going to do? What's more safe? Happens all the time. And as it's panning out in this horrible tragedy, once again we see there were disagreements leading up to this accident. So out of Venice, Louisiana, came a simple plan called the 66-man plan. We have 33 deep wells, deep drilling rigs. We could lift the moratorium tomorrow, hire 66 men and women, retired engineers, professionals that know drilling. They would uphold the law to the federal government. They would be rig monitors, much like the air marshals they put in place after 9/11. The rigs would become 99% safer tomorrow, not in 6 months. Simple plan, it will work. They talk about other things like an additional blowout preventer. Put some Cajun experts to weather, we can do that. If that's what you want, tell us. We'll figure it out. But don't make us wait 6 months. Don't spend my tax dollars, your tax dollars, on a bunch of fancy lunches and dinners and photo ops with the president and come up with no better idea.